Last night there was a meeting between President Trump and President Xi, and we got a deal. Or did we? Well, kind of. We have the formations of a deal. Let's talk about it. Trump lowers tariffs on China and announces an end to the rare earths roadblock after the President Xi meeting. President Donald Trump and Chinese President Xi have met in South Korea. Trump says the meeting was a 12 out of 10. Beijing says the results were hard won. Let's get into the meat and potatoes. The US will cut the quote-unquote fentanyl tariff on Chinese goods entering the US from 20% down to 10%. In return, China will start the purchase of massive amounts of soybeans, in the words of the president, and China says that it will make it easier for the US to buy rare earths. In return, China says the US will suspend an expansion of export controls on foreign firms listed on the entity list, which had hit Chinese company. Trump says a US-China trade deal could be signed pretty soon, but there is no ink on the paper. And that is the crucial part right now. And the last 24 hours have been pretty volatile for markets, but surprisingly, the stock market continues to remain resilient here, at least at the time of recording this. I think the stock market was hoping that we would get a signed deal or a more solid deal. We kind of expected President Trump and President Xi to walk away claiming victory. That's what presidents tend to do when they have these sort of big meetups, since everyone kind of wants a deal to fall favorably to them. But I would say for now, momentum still favors the bulls. And a couple key stocks like Google put out some really strong earnings, while Microsoft had good earnings, but the market wasn't impressed enough, I guess. And Meta shares also sold off on their earnings report. Personally, I remain long the NASDAQ, and I do think that we can continue from here to the upside, though I wouldn't be surprised if we do get some volatility in between. My stop loss is trailed below this previous high around 612 on the QQQ. And the dollar still seems to be holding up strong after the Powell speech yesterday. I talked more about this on the Market Insights Market Pulse podcast, which I'll leave linked in my story and profile.